Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween out there. Boo.
Not boo.
Boo.
Now that was hilarious.
You know what?
Excellent strength and perfect clarity is the 5x5.
It's Real Talk with David and Nikki. Stay tuned for hot topics, gossip, and a little shade on the 5x5.
Welcome back. Thank you guys for joining us on our Halloween special, so to speak. What's up, darling Nikki? What's going on, chick?
Hey, cuz. You know why I say boo? Because we've been having storms like all on the East Coast, and Indiana's kind of in there too. And it's just been raining, and the kids haven't been able to trick or treat. And so tomorrow they're going to do it. So they postponed it a day. But I mean, that kind of sucks. Mother Nature, dude.
Well, you know, I don't have any kids, and I don't want no kids really knocking on the door begging for some candy. So I'm glad it rained. Because I don't think we had. I had to work tonight. That's what we had to do the show early. Sorry, guys, that the show was an hour earlier. I was going to do it at 11:30 because I think I was working, but I'm going to work now. So anyhow, I've been asleep most of the evening, but I don't think we've had any trick or treaters, which is fine with me because I don't want them over here anyhow.
You don't want them over here. I hear you.
You know, I actually think my church though. My church, they don't. This is what Christians. You know, I love us. But instead of having a Halloween celebration, because my church doesn't believe in any pagan holidays, and I think you probably heard that before, we have a Holy Ween. HOLYWEEN. So that's what they did at my church tonight. It's Halloween, just spelled holy, and you can't dress up in anything demonic at my church. They had it this evening.
I could be an angel. I could be Snow White.
Anything but the devil.
Okay.
Anything but the devil. But speaking of dressing up, I think you've seen it. And thanks for coming into the chat room today, Icon, friend of the show. Thank you for checking us out today. But speaking of dressing up, I know you've seen it the other day, and I think Icon did as well. These people, now I'm going to talk about y'all for a second. White folks, y'all have lost y'all mind. Some of these Halloween outfits that you guys are dressing up as,
yeah,
thank you. You know,
I've got something to say about this too.
Go ahead.
But it's kind of good. I'm going to give her props to Miley Cyrus. She dressed up as Little Kim for Halloween, but it was kind of classy. You know, it was the little purple outfit with the little purple cup on the
star on the boob.
Yeah, the whatever. Yeah, and the purple hair, and it was decent. But I'm gonna give her props because she didn't go with the black face. She looked decent. You know, she didn't try to put spray paint on her. But some of these costumes, my goodness, they have just gone in the toilet. What are you doing?
Yeah, the one that disgusted me the most, and I think you've seen it as well, was the guy that had the hoodie on, blackface, a big blood stain on the front of his shirt. Then he had a bag of Skittles and some iced tea, a canned iced tea in his hand. So he was supposed to be killed or murdered, whatever, Trayvon Martin. I'm like, that's beyond the pale. Beyond the pale.
Yep. He's going to hell for that.
Yeah, I'm like, that's not funny. That's not funny to me. I don't think that, especially when you think about it, remotely not funny. When you think about it, like that is someone's child, and you're poking fun at a dead child. And it's the most racist thing. At least I haven't seen any crazy Obama outfits this year. It's just, I did see one that was really crazy. I don't know if it was from this year, but it was in a family in like all these furry suits, but it was a man and a woman, and a young boy and a young girl, and they were dressed in nude furry suits, and the little girl is touching the dad's genitals. I'm like, seriously? What?
Ew.
It was too much. I'll have to find that and put that on the blog at recycleblogtalk.blogspot.com. Yeah, I'm like, y'all are doing way too much. Nobody told y'all to do all that. You know,
some people are really clever with it, but some people just go to the other end. It's like, no.
Yeah, this one dude that I see, he had made a costume. He cut it out of a cardboard box, and it was like a YouTube video. And then, like at the bottom of the box, he had all the little YouTube symbols, and the video was called "Funny Dancing White Guy" or something. Now that was clever. It's something you don't see every day.
Yeah.
Ooh, I was looked at Arsenio Hall. There was a really, really cute guy dressed as a gladiator for Halloween. That was kind of hot. But what was your favorite Halloween outfit? And I did talk to my mother. She says you all did visit us for Halloween one year.
Yeah, yeah. And we don't even want to say the year though, right?
It was in the 80s.
The 80s.
It was in the 80s. But yeah, so you guys did
and
come.
I was a cheerleader. I was a cheerleader, so my favorite costume was probably a cheerleader. It was so easy. You know, I had the little skirt and the pom-poms, and I mean, it was so cool.
And the thing is, I remember you being a cheerleader. Cause I think it might have even been red and white. Cause I remember red and white pom-poms for some reason.
It was.
Okay, and I'm like, cause I said she had to be here, or I wouldn't have that memory. And my mom did say that we went to the community centers for that Halloween party. So yeah, you guys were here in the 80s at some point. I came like as a kid, the only Halloween outfit that I really, really, really liked. Now they would probably think it was pornographic or child porn because Mom made me an Indian one year. And I remember she had cut this black, it was polyester, that black was brown polyester, and she had these, it was really nice, but I was damn near naked running all over the street. I was like, oh no. And looking back on that, it was cool.
Thursday.
Okay.
That's a throwback Thursday.
I don't have any Halloween pictures as children, or me or my sister. Neither one of us do. So I'm like, what's that about? But I just don't like being scared. Not always hated Halloween. Not only the fact, the whole scary part. I don't like, when you talk about trick-or-treat, I don't like the fact of trick-or-treating. I never did. I don't know. I'm a candy freak. I have a sweet tooth out of this world, but I never liked to trick-or-treat because I thought I was begging. I still, to this day, when my niece was young, we used to take her. I never liked it. Still don't.
Really?
I always thought it was begging. And I'm like, I don't have to beg you for no candy.
The only thing I didn't like about it, there was two things I didn't like about it, was that the costumes they were talking about this the other day. They were like a plastic face, the plastic mask with the string, and so it felt like you were suffocating in the costume. So by the time you got down the street to someone's house, you were literally Jason because you were going
not Jason. Just not a little miniature Jason. I remember I had one of those one year. The last year I went trick or treating, my mother had got me a C-3PO. I think C-3PO. Remember the little character from Star Wars with the gold face?
Oh,
yeah. And I remember it was so hot, and I didn't wear it half the night. I had a little outfit on, but I didn't wear the mask all night. It was on top of my head. But my favorite Halloween costume comes one year as an adult. I went as Al Sharpton, and this is when he was really political. Do you remember that? I was living in Atlanta, and I went as Al Sharpton. Had this long kind of brown wig on, a jumpsuit. And I had and this is when he was really political, like he was going to try to run for president and stuff. And I had a sign.
I wish you had a picture of that.
Yeah, I think one of my ex friends has a picture, and I had and the sign said "Vote for me" on it. It was hilarious.
Wow.
But then I followed. That was probably in 2006. 3 years later, the next time that I decided to do something for Halloween, I went as Medea Goes to Jail. That was probably my favorite Halloween. Because I was a star all night. I was absolutely a star all night. It was a lot. I had the handcuffs. I had the orange jumpsuit she had on. I had Fulton County jail in the back. I had the gray wig, the glasses. I was a star, and I was comfortable because it was pants, and I wore tennis shoes, so it was so comfortable. And it was probably one of my best Halloweens in recent memories because I was get drunk as hell. One of my friends that lived here at the time was visiting me, and it was also Gay Pride during that weekend in Atlanta. So that was probably my best Halloween ever.
Wow.
Yeah.
But I wanted to say, back when we were kids, do you remember getting that candy X-ray? You had to take it to the hospital and get X-ray. Did your parents do that? That was a sign of our time.
We never did.
Yeah.
I guess my parents were trying to kill us because they never took our candy anywhere. They looked through it because I remember, like, now that you say that, I remember they was putting like needles and razor blades and stuff in certain candy.
Yeah, they were putting all kind of bad things in it. And so kind of into the 90s, I guess the police caught up with people and they stopped doing that, you know. But, yeah, that was horrible back then.
Yeah, it was scary.
Dang.
Okay. You know, and I remember because some people gave fruit. I remember one year this guy was giving kids either grapefruits or oranges. And then when you got it, and after you passed his house, and you got down the street, you seen oranges and or whatever they were, the grapefruit laying all over the street because nobody wanted them. Because they was like, you can't take that because somebody can take a syringe and shoot something into it and make you sick. So I'm like, maybe that's why I didn't like that stuff. Because I'm one of those people now that I don't really like eating at other people's houses because I don't know how your daily cleaning rituals are, and I just don't like potlucks unless I'm eating at your house specifically. I won't eat food that you bring from home to share. I'm just kind of weird. I don't know why that is. But I didn't do it. Like I said, I didn't do anything for Halloween this year. They a lot of the clubs and stuff had Halloween celebrations. I guess this past Saturday. Some people might do things tonight, like club wise. It's raining, but I guess you can dress up and go into the club. Icon said, "Food is love." Yeah, I know that's my problem.
Stop blocking
the love. I have a little bit too much love. I have way too much love. Oh, this was a funny thing about trick or treating. Do you remember the little saying we used to say?
What, trick or treat or what?
Yeah, when you knocked on somebody's door, what did you say?
Trick or treat, smell my feet, give me something good to eat. But I didn't do that. See, I was real quiet and shy, and I just kind of held out my bag, put something in it.
I actually kind of remember you not doing that when you was down here that time, and I think me and Arjun wondered what was wrong with you.
Yeah, I didn't do it, did I?
No, actually, if my memory serves, I remember I probably was the one saying it anyhow. Yeah, you were here, and I don't remember you saying much. You were just getting all the candy. And not really saying anything.
Yeah, because they thought I was a cute little cheerleader.
Actually,
and you were running around naked.
I don't think that's the year that I went as. I don't know what I went as the year you guys came down. I can't remember. It probably was horrible. And plus, I've always been, a little what's the word I'm looking for? A little crazy about stuff, so I probably didn't like what I had on anyhow, so I probably wasn't having a good time. But then after the day after, my dad would eat up me and my sister's candy, so it would be half gone anyhow by the time we was ready to eat it up. But anywho, let's take a really, really brief break. Oh, and I forgot to say before we break for a second, the Crew show premiered tonight. It is on Spreaker.com. You can go in, and no, I'm not bitchy all the time, Icon. Just sometimes. You can check out The Crew. It is on Spreaker.com. Just type in The Crew or The Crew Show. We premiered our very first episode tonight. Myself, Donovan from the Off Limit Show, and Ken Boggle from Ken Boggle Talk. Our very first show. It's a Halloween themed show, so go check it out. Give us a follow. And I put the links to all of our Twitter accounts and our official and our show pages because Icon corrected me that I messed up on his, and I did fix it. and you can check us out there for our little Halloween show. So don't forget to check it out, Nikki, and give us a like and give us a follow, okay?
Oh, definitely, definitely.
So we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
I never get the flu.
My kids don't need more shots.
I don't have time.
We're all healthy.
My asthma's under control.
I'm pregnant.
I've had the flu. It's not a big deal.
My kids are too old for flu.
Is exaggerating.
I can fight it naturally.
No matter how you build your excuses, the flu can blow your house down. Keep your foundation strong. Vaccinate. Learn more at flu.gov.
A message from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Your weather forecast. It'll be rain, rain, rain. Here we go. Embrace the taste.
Setting your sights high. Nothing can pull you down. Oh, what's in your mind? It's taking shape and sound. Look at the people, all quite a lot like you. So take down your one steeple, let your love shine through.
This is Halloween.
And this is our Halloween special. Thank you guys for tuning in today on Nikki and I's Halloween special on Real Talk with David and Nikki. So we talked about trick-or-treating. We talked about our favorite Halloween outfits or our favorite Halloween memories. Something that Nikki and I talked about the other night on Facebook is movies. Our five favorite Halloween or horror, scary, supernatural movies. So what are yours? I think you and I share some of the same ones.
My first one would be any of the Hitchcock movies because I kind of like the psychological thrillers. I don't like the blood and the guts and all that stuff, so I refrain from those movies. But I like any of the Alfred Hitchcock movies. My fourth one, and I'm going to do a top five, my fourth one would be the original Amityville Horror movie. I love that one. It scared me to death.
Yeah, you know they did a remake and it was horrible. Actually, I seen it the other night how like had Ryan Reynolds in it or something. It was horrible.
It wasn't good. No.
It wasn't good. But who was the first one? Was that? It was the guy who's married to Barbara Streisand. That's what. And I thought I've been seeing. This is why being gay is not a choice because I thought he was sexy years ago when I seen the Amityville Horror.
Really? You were looking at him?
Yeah. Yes, I was. I'm like, please don't be a devil. Don't be you
said, I'm not scared. I'm looking at him.
Okay, when he was trying to blow the kids away, I'm like, no, he's fine because he had that hairy chest. Anyhow, I digress. So Amityville Horror was your number 4.
Rosemary's Baby would be number 3 with Mia Farrow. I love that movie. She scared me in that movie. The whole movie.
And
that's
until
why
you
I
said
had a
something about
kid today.
Oh, just the devil, baby. But I've never seen Rosemary's Baby, and when you said that the other night, I looked it up, and I didn't know Mia Farrow was in that. She looked 12.
Yes. Shout out to Mia Farrow. I love that woman. She's pretty much a civil rights activist now. She's a great person. But yeah, it scared me because looking back on it now, I watched it like a couple of years ago again, and I know it's a couple in the movie that hung around her and her husband in the movie, and I know a couple like that to this day, and so that kind of really scared me. It's like, oh, no, I can relate. And so number 2 would be The Shining. Oh, that really scares me. Boy, The Shining.
Now, the movie Shining or the made-for-television movie The Shining?
No, the movie.
Well, did you know that the made-for-television movie, The Shining, was closer to the actual book than the...
No, I didn't know that. I guess I didn't know there were two of them then.
Oh, yeah, there's a second one. It didn't do very well, the made-for-TV movie one. But the original one with the Jack, what's his name? Jack Nicholson and Shelley Long. I love Shelley Long. I don't know what happened to her. Remember she was Olive Oil and Popeye the Sailor Man. But they were mad. Even Stephen King was mad because she was kind of the it actress at the time. Of course, Jack Nicholson was all over the place at that time. And they didn't want her to play the part because in the book, it was supposed to be a beautiful blonde-haired female character. But instead, they got Shelley Long, which she's not classically pretty, a phenomenal actress. But they didn't want her to play that role. They didn't want that to be But then The Shining went on to do very, very well. You know, it has a cult following now. And, that's a little bit of history about that movie.
So my all-time favorite scary movie is Night of the Living Dead, and I'm watching that right now.
Oh, you watching
really,
it?
Really scares me. Yeah, it's on right now on our local channel. And it featured Tony Todd and Judith O'Ray, and they're on Twitter, so I'm like following them and everything. And just between the two of them, it was like a chemistry they had in that movie, and it just really, really scared me. And they're like, well, to kill the body, you must kill the brain. I mean,
is this the one that they had a morgue scene and they're trying to fight this one in the morgue? Is that what? That's the Night of the Living Dead?
Yeah. It was set in 1968. It was done in 1968, and then they remade it in 1990.
So I like the remake. I remember I remember watching the remake, and I liked it. I see the original, but sometimes when I see some of the original movies, they just look so bad to me. I can't take it. I can't watch it. But I would watch that again. What channel is it on tonight?
It was on a local channel, Channel 4, WTTV.
Oh, really?
So, yeah. I'm taping it. For all my friends that live out of town. I'm taping it for them. So, I'll send you one.
Well, we go from my top 5. I just recently seen World War Z. I didn't think I was going to like it, but it ended up being very good for a zombie movie. But these zombies were no joke. They were fast, they were strong, and they didn't play. But I also like a more present-day I said Dami. What the kind of hell is that? Zombie movie, which was 28 Days Later. Love that. That was good. And those zombies was off the chain as well. Oh, and this is a special sidebar to the Resident Evil movies. I like all those up to number 3. No more after that. But they're not on my top 5, but that's an honorable mention, the Resident Evil movies. Then my 4th one would be It. This is why I hate clowns to this day.
Oh, yeah. I remember that movie.
Okay. It fried me. And it's a little disturbing. Still just thinking about it. It was a scary clown that was eating up people, had them crazy teeth. Then my third would be Nightmare on Elm Street, with the original Freddy Krueger movie. Another one that terrified me, and I shared one with you. My number 2 is Amityville Horror. Like I said, not only did I think the lead male character, which I can't think of his name right now, I think he's married to whoever Barbara Streisand's husband is. That's who it is. That was scary. Here's a little quick story. My mother took us to the movies one day. See, back then, you could send your young children into the PG movie while you went and watched the R movie. So right. She went to watch the Amityville Horror, and then Audra and I went to go watch Hot Stuff, and that was PG. That wasn't PG-13. I think it was just PG. So, but that movie was very short. So we come out of this movie, my sister and I, and we're looking for our mother. And the clerk says, "Oh, that movie's not finished yet, but you all can go in there to find your mother." That's what people.
Yeah, right. So you can get the hell scared out of you.
Okay, and so we walk in there, and it was at the time during the movie where they were going up the bloody stairs, and she was falling into the stairs, and there was blood and everything. I lost my mind. I didn't sleep for a month.
Oh, no.
So Audra pulls me out of, my sister pulls me out of that room, and we go down, and we sit by the concession stand, and we waited for my mom to get finished watching the movie.
Oh, no.
I'm scarred for life. Maybe that's why I like it now. Because I guess I didn't understand it as a child, but then I guess I'm like, okay, I understand it now. But then my number one all-time favorite is Poltergeist. Very first Poltergeist. Carol Ann.
Is that where she says they're back?
Yes, baby. She, I love Carol Ann. Not only I like Carol Ann, actually the first two, Poltergeist 1 and 2, were very good because they had one of the I think I blogged about this not too long ago. One of the creepiest horror characters in a movie was the old man that was trying to get Carol Ann. And the old preacher man. So if you guys remember Poltergeist, but that little girl, she had lupus, and she passed away about not long after the third movie was made. And
really?
Then
I know that. Oh my god.
Yeah, and then also
she would say they're here. Thanks, Icon. She would say they're here.
But then I think in the second movie she said they're back. Yeah. So.
Oh yeah.
And then Tangina, the little short woman who played the clairvoyant Tangina that helped the family.
I loved her character.
Yeah, so she actually died recently. She actually died recently, maybe within the last 5 to 8 years. Because she was fierce. And one more movie that really disturbed me, that caused me really bad nightmares, was another honorable mention, a Stephen King movie by the title of Salem's Lot, the original vampire movie. That it was just my mom's dad's sister. What?
He said his the woman that played the clairvoyant. It reminds him a spitting image of his mom's dad's sister. I loved her voice and her character. And she was, I can't even think of how her voice sounded now, but it
go
was
into the light, really Carly. Go into the light. And he said, "Don't go." And Tracy Nelson and Joe Beth Williams loved that.
Yeah, that was scary in itself. Was her voice, and you were like, "Just go to the light."
Okay. And then they fell out of the ceiling with all that purple goop on them, and that was just like horrifying. I loved it. That's when I wasn't as scared as much. But that was the time I lived in a house that I felt that the second house we lived on, where we lived at first, the second house we lived at, that house was haunted. I swear to God, I swear it was haunted. Nobody can tell me that house was not haunted. I remember as a kid, I guess in that house I wasn't a kid. We lived in the house when I was in 5th grade. And every Saturday morning, I would get up and go watch cartoons. And while my sister slept, my mom slept, my dad slept, I'd get up at 7 o'clock and watch Saturday morning cartoons. That's what I did on Saturday mornings. Well, one morning I was just kind of, how you just get out of your sleep kind of abruptly and like, okay, why am I up? And I hear somebody in the front room calling my name. And I hated that front room because it's always so dark, and I wouldn't go in there. And this all kind of stuff happened in that house. Chairs would always move when I was there by myself. I got over it because if they're not going to hurt me now, they'll never hurt me. But that house was
David.
Okay,
David.
Don't play. But see, I watch The Charms now, so I know how to ward myself from spells and stuff. The Charms and the Buffys and Coven and stuff. Don't play. But that's another show. You need to watch Coven. Icon watches Coven. I watch Coven. You need to get on the bandwagon.
Am I the only one not watching it? Wow.
Girl, that show is off the chain. As a Halloween type of themed show. It's called American Horror Story. This is the third installment, and Jessica Lange is that girl. But although our beautiful black princess of voodoo, Angela Bassett, yeah, she's doing her thing. She's like, you done messed with the wrong witch. I'm like, all right, bitch, you go ahead. Okay, and she wasn't playing because every time they do something to her, she does something 10 times worse to them. So
is she blowing up cars like in Waiting to Exhale?
she need to. She should have been this person in Waiting to Exhale, because all them bitches would have been in trouble. All of them.
Okay.
But thank you guys so much for joining Nikki and I on our Halloween special. We have ran out of time, but thank you, Nikki, for joining. I know you could have been watching your Night of the Living Dead movie and not playing with me online. But thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you guys for listening.
I have fun.
Good. And we will see you next time.
Bye-bye. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween, guys.
Check us out on Facebook at The 5x5, or tweet us at The 5x5, or go to Recycle Blog Talk for past shows. Thanks for tuning in.